All right, so this is our first lesson of chapter 11. We will be going back and doing chapter 10, but we're doing chapter 11 first. It's on finding the area, surface area, and volume of figures. So today we're going to start with finding the area of parallelograms, triangles, and trapezoids. Now, these are things that you should already know how to find the area of. It's a 7th and 8th grade standard. However, we are going to incorporate our 10th grade standards into it. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. All right, so area of a parallelogram, we know the formula to be base times height. So a lot of times we see it written like this. Okay, so base times height. Noticing over here on my picture that the base and the height always need to meet at a right angle. Super important, whether it's a triangle, a trapezoid, or a parallelogram, the base and the height always have to meet at a 90. So here's 2 more examples. So the base is red, the height is, or altitude is blue. This one, my 90 is up here in the corner. So that means my height is going to be that blue one and the base will be the red one. Okay, we do not want to go extend beyond the parallelogram because then it would be more than the parallelogram. Okay, so these 2 examples that I have here, these are very similar to what you guys did in 7th and 8th grade. So finding the area. So the base on the first one was 10, the height was 7 because there's the 90. Multiply them out, we get 70. This example, 20 would be the base and 19.8 would be the height because our 90-degree angle is right here. All right, so those 2 pieces that meet at that 90 are going to be your base and your height. You have to turn your page sideways to make that make sense, because I know some of you hear base and height and you're like, it's got to be flat and up and down. Not necessarily the case. All right, so these 2 are how it is a 10th grade standard. So we are going to use our 45-45 and our 30-60-90s and our Pythagorean triples and our trig, our SOHCAHTOA, to find the area of parallelograms, trapezoids, and triangles today. So my 2 bases on this, my base could either be this one or this one or this one or this side over here too. But anyways, so we know that top is 21, so the bottom will be 21. So that's going to be my base. Now the height has to meet at a 90, which I see a 90. So right here. Okay. Now how tall is that? I don't know. Right? So why don't I know? Because it's missing. So that's why we spent all chapter finding that missing side. So in this triangle over here, if we consider this a triangle, right? It's a 45-45-90 triangle. So I know the hypotenuse over there is 9 square root 2. So hopefully you guys are remembering our 45-45. And if that's 9 square root 2, then this one would be 9 and this one would be 9. So my height will be a 9. And 9 times 21 is 189. And it is always units squared, so millimeters squared. And again, what does that mean? It means there is 189 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter squares in this picture. If I were to sit and draw all 189 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter squares. In this one over here, so I'm looking here, I know this side is 10, but I don't see a 90-degree angle on that side. So that is not going to be my base. I also see this part here is 8, but that doesn't help me. I do know that this whole thing should be the same as the top one, because we learned a couple chapters back that opposite sides in a parallelogram are congruent. So the whole thing there is 15. So 15. Now, what is the height? Well, the 90-degree angle is right here. It's hard to see with that black background. But this one will be the height, which again, I don't know it. However, this is a Pythagorean triple. And I wish we had more time so that we could get more familiar with Pythagorean triples. But you're just going to have to continue looking at your triple list or have it sitting out right in front of you. So 8 and 10, 6 is the Pythagorean triple that goes with it. So 6 will be our height. So if I multiply those out, that would be 90. So 90, there is no units, so I'm just going to write units squared. Okay, so see how we can use our information from last chapter to find our missing base or our missing height. All right, moving on to triangles. Here's our formula for triangles. Can be written in any of those three forms. I personally like this middle one, base times height divided by 2. They all mean the same thing, but that's the one that I always choose to use. All right, so on our first example here, I've got the base and the height labeled with the red and the blue. I do know that the height there is a 5, so I can fill that in. Okay. So what I have left to find there is the base. I need to know that red side. So what helps me out? That 55. So that means I'm going to have to use trig on this one. So I circle the angle. I label the sides. This would be the opposite. This would be the adjacent. I've got the A and the O. So that means I'm using TOA. So it would be tan 55 equals x over 5, the O divided by the A. Then put it over 1, and I do a little cross multiplying there to solve my proportion. All right, so I'm going to type in on my calculator there, tan 55 times 5. Remembering to close the parentheses on the 55. And 1 times x was x, so I just forgot to put that there. All right, so I'm going to type in on my calculator. All right, tan 55, parentheses, or on your cell phone, 55, then the tan button, then equals, you'll get a decimal, and then hit whatever that number is, times it by 5. So I got 7.14. We are always going to round to the nearest tenth, people. So it would be 7.1. So 7.1 is going to be my base. All right. So I typed that into my calculator, and that would be the area for that triangle. For time's sake, I'm gonna keep moving. Next one here, the base is in red, the height is in blue. So I know the height is 30 divided by 2. All I need again is the base. Okay, 30 and 50. Now when I look at my triple list, 30 and 50 is not on it, but 3, 4, and 5 are. So if I put a 4 down here, well, that wasn't just 3 and 5, it is 30 and 50. So this would be 40. So 30, 40, 50 is a Pythagorean triple as well. So 40 is my base times 30 divided by 2. I can do that in my head. So this would be 1200 divided by 2, which is 600 units squared. Okay. All right, next example. All right, so the next example, the base, I don't know it, and the height, I don't know it. So I need to find both of them. I do know that this is a 30, 60, 90. I know the side across from the 90 is the hypotenuse, and that is the longest one. So large. The one across from the 30 is the small one. Remember the relationship between a small and a large on a 30, 60, 90 is that the large is double or the small is half. So this side would be 4.5. The medium, so the one across from the 60, the medium is the same as the small, but remember it gets a square root 3 attached to it. So now I have my base and my height, and I'm ready to type that in and find my area. All right, so it's going to be 4.5 times, 4.5 square root 3, that's my base, times the height of 4.5 and divided by 2. Okay, now your calculators should do this just fine as long as you have it in that math print mode. If you don't have math print mode, then what I would do is just leave the square root 3 off. So 4.5 square root 3. And now I'm done with my square root, so I need to arrow out of there. Then times the 4.5. Okay, I'm going to hit equals, and then I'm going to hit divide by 2. All right, so I got 17.53, so 17.5 units squared. Okay. The other answer I could have done is like I said, I could have left the square root 3 off, so I would have just done the 4.5 times the 4.5 equals divided by 2. All right. And then I just add that square root 3 on the end. So that was a 10.125 square root 3. So both of these are the same answers. Both of those mean the same thing. Okay? All right, last triangle example here. So I know the base is 10. All right, so I know that. Now the height, I don't know it. Okay, so I need to figure it out. Well, if this whole thing is 10, we learned earlier that if this is an isosceles triangle, that's 13, then that altitude drawn in there is cutting it in half. So this would be 5 and 5. So again, I'm using a Pythagorean triple. I have a 5, so this one on the right, I have a 5 and a 13. The Pythagorean triple that goes with that is 12. All right. So 12 is going to be our height, so 600 will be our final answer, and that will be inches squared. Okay. All right, last ones, trapezoids. All right, let me just see here quick if this, okay, good. All right, so trapezoids, here's our formula for trapezoids. Our bases are going to be the parallel sides. So here's our base, and again, the height has to meet at a 90. Okay, this is how the book writes it. I prefer to write it with the bases first, and then the height second, and then divide by 2. So that's how I like to write it. They mean the same thing. All right, so on my first example here, my base, the first base is the top there, that's a 6, so I can put in a 6. And then the bottom base is an 11. So I got 6 plus 11. Now I just need to figure out what the height is. All right, so what is the height? Well, here's my 90. Oh, I don't know that. Okay, however, that is the same as if I slide it over this piece, right? And if it's right there, then what do I have? Well, then I have a 45-45 right triangle. All right, and if I know the top is 6, this part is 6 up here, right? Then this part down here would be 6. Okay, and if that is 6, and the entire side here was 11, that must mean that this piece right here would be a 5. 6 plus 5 would make the 11 for the bottom. All right, and if this is a 45-45 triangle, remember the 2 legs are the same. If we wanted to, we could put in the hypotenuse over there as well. All right, so we know the height of this trapezoid then is a 5. So I do the 6 plus 11 is 17. So I do that first. 6 plus 11 is 17. Then I times that by 5. And then I divide by 2, which I think this one is going to give us a decimal, which I'm just not going to do out. Okay, so you guys can figure that out if you'd like. All right, next one here. So 13 is one of my bases. So 13 is the base. Actually, no, it's not. 13 is just this piece from here to here. Okay, so we do need to find this piece. We do know this base, though, here would be a 12. So I can put a 12 in for that base. All right, so put in 12 for one of them. Got to find out the other base. And I still need to know the height as well. All right, so I notice in that triangle that I have a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So if the side across from the 90 is the hypotenuse, that's 10, so that's the large. The side across from the 30 would be the small, and remember it's half, so the small would be 5. So now I know my entire base then would be an 18. Okay, so this whole side here would be an 18. All right, and then my the medium side or the height